And welcome to another challenge of 30-day lead code challenge. Today's question is we are given a binary tree, and we need to compute the length of the diameter of the tree. So what do they mean by diameter of the tree? Which is like it's the length of the longest path between any two nodes in a tree, right? So let's try to understand it from an example point of view. So in our case, we are given one, and then two, three, and then four, and then five. So in our case, the longest diameter would could be this path, and then this, which is 3, right? Another way would be we can take this path, this path, and then this path, right, which is again 3. So we just need to find the longest part between two nodes, and that is the diameter of a tree. Let's try to understand it through another example. um, I'll take a case where I have a tree like this. uh, right. So in this case, what would be my longest part? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? It will be something like this. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, which is 6. What if I increase this right now? Is 9, which is 9, 10, 11. So in this case, our path will change to be this, 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 we consider this, and then this, this, right? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It will be 8 in this case. Now how do we come up with an algorithm like this? So because it's a binary tree, we know it's gonna have two children. One is left, one is right. So one way would be, when I am at a particular root, let's say this is the root, right? So I am at root here. So when I am at root, I get I can get the count of my left children, which is in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 4, and then I get count of my right children, which is 4 in this case. Now one case would be that uh, this is the this is the junction of or this is considered in the longest path, which starts from maybe 11 and goes till 8, right? So in this case, one case would be I just sum up 4 plus 4, which is my sum of left and sum of right, which is 8. One value would be 8. Another value would be if I pass along the longest of both children, which is like i I just pass it max of 4 comma 4 to the upper root, to the parent of this 2. So because we don't know what could be the maximum longest length we can get, because let's say I had 4 here, right? I had right child as 4, but what if the parent of 2 here had 5 children? So the count here would have been 5 children, right? So in that case, my new longest part would have been 4 plus 5, which is 9, and then this one part, which is 10, right? So so I still want to keep a possibility open that if I return the max of size of 2 children to my parent, maybe the parent has some child whose size is more, and it gives us the longest path. So we take this, which is obviously sum of left and right child at a particular parent node, and or we return the max of both the children for to the upper parent in order to calculate the new longest path that we can come across, right? So our base case, obviously this is a tree question, so we need to write a recursive solution. I mean, that is intuitive. For me, I will take a base condition as if I am at a leaf node, I return 0 because that's what leaf node doesn't have any children. Now when I reach this node, parent node, I take the sum, I do a sum plus 1 because obviously I when this returns back to 2, this path here is of size 1, right? So I add plus 1 to its left children path traversal and right children path traversal, and I do a sum to see if that gives me the longest path, or else I return back the max of these two. Let's try to look it in the code. So we are given a code here. I will take a global variable, let's say max path, which is 0 right now, and I take one more method which just is for the traversal. I can give it a traverse, make traverse tree node, and as we discussed that if it, so I'll just do traverse root, I'll give it a void, okay, and if my root of left equals to null, and I return 0 if so I take left size 0, oh I need int here, okay, if my root of left is not equal to null, so in that case my left size will be traverse root of left and plus 1, because the plus 1 for the distance between the root and the left child. And similarly, if my root of right is not equal to null, I do right size equal to traverse okay. Now there are two possibilities. One is max path will be equal to max of max path till now, comma left size plus right size, and I return max of left size. So I return which is the max of it to the parent of it, so I always get the max out of them. Let's run this and see. Okay, it says that's the expected answer. Runtime error. Oh, so if undefined behavior. So if the root node is empty, awesome. So I guess what I did makes sense. I'll go over it again. So basically, when I start my traversal from tree node, I'll take a new diagram here. So I'll keep the code here. So when I start from here, 1 2 3 4 and 5, right? So when I am at root, I just keep traversing down. So once I reach leaf node, which is like 4, here I return 0 back, because that is gonna be 0, obviously it has no child, and similarly 5 is gonna return 0, right? Now once I return 0, uh, when I reach here at 2, I'm gonna add obviously +1 to it, for +1 for 1 for this, because there is a path between 4 and 2, and +1 for this for the right side. So at 2 I get 1 comma 1, right? One thing is I take 1 plus 1 as my path, because this is right now for me, this is one path, that which is 4 to 5, right? This is one path. So I take 2 here, or else I return maximum of left or right, so that my parent can make use of that. So I return 1 here. Now when I reach 3, 3 is going to return 0, and then I add +1 for this path, and then +1 for this path. So 1 plus 1, which is 2, so this gives me 2. So left side of 1 will give me 2 comma right side of 1 will give me 1, right? One way would be I add this 2 plus 1, which is 3, right? Or I consider the old max, which is 2. Obviously 2 plus 1 3 is more, so my max path gets updated here and I get the value correctly. So that's the longest path. So I hope guys this was clear to you. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up. Thanks everyone.